Hey everyone, welcome to That's Good Denver. I'm your host, Chris Romeo, and today I'll be doing the Week 17 NFL predictions for this season. And believe it or not, just this week and next week, 2 weeks left in the NFL season for the regular season. Um, and a lot of big games, this weekend for big playoff implications. A lot of clinching scenarios. I believe only one team in the AFC has clinched a playoff spot. That's the Kansas City Chiefs, and only like two or three teams in the NFC have clinched playoff spots, which are the Packers, Cardinals, Cowboys, and the Rams. So four teams. But anyway, let's get into these Week 17 predictions. Okay, starting up, we got the Chiefs and the Bengals. This will be a really interesting game. I think it'll be a good game, the way Bengals and Joe Burrow are playing right now. And the Chiefs are obviously the hottest team in the league, and they're probably the best team in the league right now. So I'm taking the Chiefs. Still going to be a high-scoring game. Final score, I have the Chiefs winning this one 37-31. A lot of touchdown passes thrown by both quarterbacks. Next up, we got the Raiders and the Colts. Colts are looking like one of the better teams in the league right now. They're 9-6, and Jonathan Taylor's playing very well. The Raiders, they've won two in a row now. I thought their season was going downhill, but they beat the Broncos and the Browns. So, I think the Colts are going to win this game. I mean, I heard that Carson Wentz might not play because he's on COVID, but either way, they're going to hand it off to Jonathan Taylor. As long as the Colts got a decent starting quarterback, I think they win this game. Final score, I have the Colts winning this one 27-24. Next up, we got the Jaguars and the Patriots. The Jaguars are looking really bad, even with Trevor Lawrence as their quarterback. Expected better from them this year. And the Patriots, this would be a good bounce back opportunity for them after losing two in a row. So I'm taking the Patriots in this one. Final score, I have the Patriots winning this one 27-13. Next up, Dolphins Titans. This is a game that the Broncos, if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive, they need the Titans to win this game. Dolphins have won 7 in a row now out of nowhere. They're 8-7 right now. This will be a good test for them, taking on Ryan Tannehill, even though they don't have Derrick Henry. They'll be on the road. I'm taking the Titans in a close one here. Final score, I have the Titans winning this one 24-20. The Dolphins will put up a good fight with their defense, but I think it'll come down to the wire, and Tennessee will hold on. Then next up, we got your Denver Broncos taking on the LA Chargers. Broncos need a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. This is a big game. If they win this game, they'll go ahead of the Chargers because they would have the tiebreaker over them. Will they get the sweep? I mean, Chargers, they just lost to the Texans. I don't expect a lot out of this Broncos team right now, and unfortunately, I'm gonna have to take the Chargers in this one. The Broncos' offense just isn't really that good right now. They need a new offensive coordinator. They need to find a quarterback. I think it'll still be a close game, but I have the Chargers winning this one. Final score 20-17. Next up, we got the Browns and Steelers on Monday Night Football. This will be a really good game. The loser of this game season might come to an end. Probably will come to an end. Winner will probably stay alive. This is another game. If the Broncos win, we need the Browns to also win this game to keep our playoff hopes alive. This is a really hard game to predict for me. It'll be a close, low-scoring game. Neither offenses are doing that well right now. Baker Mayfield just threw 4 interceptions in his last game. Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers just got destroyed. Steelers won earlier this year. I'm gonna take the Browns in this one. Just because Big Ben, it's almost time for him to retire, and I think the Browns will just stay alive here. They did it last year, winning in Pittsburgh. I think they win again in Pittsburgh. Final score, I'm taking the Browns. Final score, I think it'll be 21-20, 1-point game. Falcons at Bills next. Bills should win this game. I mean, Falcons could have put up a good fight, but Bills are starting to play good football now. They've won 2 in a row, and they look like they can definitely win the division. Final score, I think Bills win handedly, 27-14. Um, yeah, I mean, the Falcons did just beat the Lions, but the Bills are a much better team. Next up, Buccaneers Jets. This might be one of the more. This should be one of the most lopsided games of the year, of the week at least. I have the Buccaneers winning this one. Final score, I have the Buccaneers winning 34-10. Next up, Rams at Ravens is another game. Ravens, hopefully, if the Broncos win, Ravens need to lose their final 2 games to for the Broncos to get in the playoffs. Um, but I think the Rams are a better team with or without Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson looks like he's going to come back this week. That'll make it a more interesting game, but I still think the Rams will win this one. Final score, I have the Rams winning 27-20. And the Rams, they're looking like, they can make a push for the Super Bowl. I think they're going to win the division, too, the way the Cardinals are playing right now. Next up, Texans at 49ers. Texans, they surprised people by beating the Chargers last week. 49ers should win this game. They're honestly a better team. Be a good bounce back opportunity, losing to the Titans the other day. Final score, I don't see this being very close. Final score 31-13. And the 49ers, if they win, they might clinch a playoff spot. Next up, Giants at Bears. This is probably, might be the worst game of the week. Both of these teams' seasons are over. I'll take the Bears at home here. That'll be for my uncle Dom, who passed away a year and a half ago, but because he's a Bears fan. But yeah, I think it'll be a low-scoring game. Final score, I have the Bears winning this one, 23-20. Next up, Eagles at Washington. Washington is hanging on to their season by a thread right now for a playoff spot. They would need a lot of help. Eagles can possibly clinch with the win here, and I think the Eagles are a better team with Jalen Hurts and stuff. I'm taking them for the win. Final score, I have the Eagles winning 24-17. Next up, we got the Cardinals at Cowboys. The Cardinals clinched the playoff spot, so did the Cowboys, but this is a big game for the Cardinals if they want to try to get back in the swing of things with the division. I think the Cowboys are a better team. They're playing really well right now. I'm taking them. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. Final score, though, I'm taking the Cowboys 37-30. Next up, Panthers at Saints. The Saints have been really up and down this year, and, I'm not sure who's going to be starting at quarterback for them this week. If it's Ian Book, I think I could definitely see them losing because Ian Book did not look good last week. But I guess Taysom Hill, I don't know who's going to be starting at quarterback for the Saints. I know Cam Newton's going to be starting for the Panthers. Either way, I don't think the Saints are going to get in the playoffs even if they win this game. I'll take them at home here. I don't think either teams are playing really well. Final score, I have the Saints winning 23-13. Next up, we got the Lions at Seahawks. Another game where both of these team seasons are over. The Lions, are trying to fight and, maybe get a number 1 draft pick. The Seahawks, they're eliminated from the playoffs after their loss to the Bears last week. At home, I think the Seahawks bounce back and win here. Final score, I have the Seahawks winning 24-17. And I think this is going to be Russell Wilson's last year in Seattle. I hope it is because, I hope Russell Wilson gets traded to a team like the Broncos where, they have a decent offensive line, a better offensive line than Seattle, and, have a good all-around team around him. Then lastly, we got the Sunday night game, Vikings at Packers. Vikings need a win here to keep their playoff hopes alive, I'm pretty sure, especially if the Eagles win. But it's going to be really tough against the Packers. They'll put up a good fight, I think. But at the end of the day, Packers should win this game. Final score, I have the Packers winning 31-20. And that's it for my Week 17 predictions. For the Broncos to get in, they would need Colts to beat the Raiders, Titans to beat the Dolphins. Obviously, they would need to beat the Chargers, Browns to beat the Steelers. And as long as I'm predicting, all those to go right except for the Broncos to win. I don't think they're going to against the Chargers. I think, they're fighting more for a playoff spot. And a win there would put the Chargers at the number 7 seed. And that would be the other teams that make it to the playoffs or in the playoffs. But yeah, that's the AFC side. This is the NFC side. Eagles at 9-7. That might clinch in the playoff spot if they win and everything goes right. But yeah, let me know in your comments down below. Subscribe, leave a like, comment. I need more views on these YouTube videos. I haven't been getting many views lately. Just do what you can on viewing. And one more thing, I'll try to pretty soon start doing NBA recap videos for the Nuggets coming up. Their season is almost about 45% of the way through. Right now, the Nuggets are 17-16. They just beat the Warriors a couple nights ago, which is really nice. They're the best team in the league. They play the Warriors again tonight at home. Nuggets aren't doing bad right now. They're 17-16. They're the 5th seed in the Western Conference. Still a ways to go in the season though. But that's it with that. Yeah, I'll try to talk more about the Nuggets later. They have some injury problems right now. Aaron Gordon and Monte Morris didn't play last game. But yeah, hopefully I can figure out something to break down NBA games, because there's a lot of NBA games. It's not as easy as the NFL. That's it with that. Hopefully, the Broncos can win and keep their playoff hopes alive. And this might be also another thing. Sorry. This might be the last video I'm be posting, because I'll be in Denver next Thursday. Yeah, I'm going next Thursday to Denver, Colorado. I'll be watching the Kings-Nuggets game and the Chiefs-Broncos game. I'll be coming back to Indiana on Monday. That's it, everybody. I'm Chris Romeo, and that's good Denver.